Welcome back to another episode of
We Are Geek.
I'm Josiah Swanson.
And I am Ben Hendrian.
So, we went and saw a movie tonight.
We did go see a movie tonight, Josiah. What movie did we go see? Did we go see Deepwater Horizon?
No.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
We didn't. We chose...
Plot twist!
Plot twist! We actually chose on the quirkier side of things.
So let's talk about that. The movie we went and saw tonight was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.
In other words, Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters.
With a little bit of Harry Potter thrown on top.
Yeah, a little bit of Harry Potter and a few other things. It was like a big jumble of wonderful, fantastical things.
With Tim Burton's magical twist to it all.
And I haven't... Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
I have not liked a Tim Burton movie for a long time, and this changed my mind on that.
Honestly,
think that it's a good return to form for him.
Yes, honestly, this is definitely one of the better Tim Burton movies that I've seen.
And it actually felt like it fit his direction, like his directing style. And you know, the idea, I've never read the book, and I'm sure a lot of the same stuff happens in the book, but that story and, you know, everything else totally fit his direction and his directing style, so that's great.
Yep. And so I guess we'll just start with our initial thoughts. I thought that the narrative was great. I thought that it was a really well written movie and story and stuff. And I thought the characters were great. I loved that the romance wasn't overblown or anything.
Yeah. I mean, especially
they kind of held back a little bit on the romance.
Yeah, because in like every young adult thing nowadays, it's like off the bat, love at first sight romance stuff.
Yep.
And it gets old.
Yep.
It gets very, very old.
They didn't try to rush things.
No, they didn't. And I won't spoil anything in the movie, but it didn't feel rushed.
Yep.
None of the movie felt rushed to me. They took it slow for quite a bit of the movie, just telling the story that they wanted to tell.
Exactly.
And I really appreciated that, because there have been a lot of movies that have rushed their stories and stuff. And, you know, sometimes that leads to a little bit of a sloppier movie. And I didn't feel like this was as sloppy because they, you know, spent time to build up their story. And I appreciated that.
Yep.
And I enjoyed the story. I liked the story. I didn't think it was boring. I didn't think it was too convoluted. I mean, it had some crazy twists here and there, which I won't spoil for you, just in case you decide to go see the movie. And it ended up all working out, and I appreciated that. I didn't think it was messy. I think that they tied it up nicely, and that's all I can ask for in a story.
Yep. And the fact that they kind of took their time with the story, especially in the beginning of the movie, kind of really helped with keeping it as mysterious and intriguing as it could be for the beginning, when the main character didn't really know what was going on and stuff.
And I felt like you were learning with the main character what was going on, as opposed to it being told something you already know being told to you. Because in a lot of entertainment these days, I feel like things are being told to you and you already know what's going to happen. It's like, oh, well, I already know what's going to happen, and now you're just telling me what's happening. So what's the point of this? Whereas I felt like I didn't know what was going to happen in this movie because I never read the book, and I had no idea really what the story was. I just seen the trailer and I liked it, and I was like, oh, I want to see this movie. And I didn't know what was going to happen. And so I was learning, with the main character, what was happening throughout the story, and, discovering things at the same time and stuff, which is how it should be, I think.
Yep. And there were a couple things I wish that they had given a little bit more closure on in this in the story and stuff. But overall, the story was great. Like, I really have very few complaints with the story.
Yeah.
It was kind of the same pacing as like Kubo and the Two Strings in a lot of ways. So if you enjoyed more of the slower pacing, where it was just more very character driven. Yeah. Then you'll like this pacing as well.
It builds up to one of the most entertaining final scenes I have seen in a movie in a long time.
It was very, very, very entertaining.
I was smiling throughout the entire end scene, and it was just fun. I mean, and I feel like that's what a movie should be. You build into this reward that's just like really, really fun, and it all pays off.
Yep.
And that's that's just enjoyable.
Yeah. To me. And it was just really cool seeing. I I felt like Tim Burton just really unleashed a lot of himself in this movie.
Yeah.
And brought back his kind of classic style to visuals and things like that. Mm-hmm. And just his classic style to, like, the story overall. Like, there's a lot of creepy elements, but at the same time, there are also a lot of humorous elements.
Yeah.
And they work just so well together.
And the writers balanced out the creepy and the funny very well, because a lot of the times there's either too much comedy or there's too much action or there's too much, horror elements or something like that, and it drowns out the other, elements of the movie. Or I feel like this was very well balanced.
Yeah.
I thought there was just enough comedy to combat the scariness of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree totally. So yeah, if you enjoy any sort of movie like fantasy movies, if you enjoy Tim Burton, especially his older sort of stuff, definitely go check out the movie. And it's just a really good time. It's a really good time.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it a lot, and I will probably be going to see it again with some younger siblings of mine.
Yep.
So
definitely go check it out, and we will see you guys again. Hopefully next week or sometime very soon with another review coming up for another movie. So,
Josiah, you know what we're forgetting? We're forgetting to score this thing.
What are we doing?
We need to come up with our own scoring meter or scoring system of some sort.
The WeRGeek scoring system. We need that. We got to figure it out. We will figure it out sometime.
1 out of 10 geekaroos.
How many geeks would you take for this movie?
What? I don't know, but as of right now, we'll just use stars, or whatever out of 10. I don't care.
I'm a 1 to 10 scale.
He's a 1 to 10 guy.
It gives me more numbers.
If you want more numbers, then you go 1 to 100%.
That's true. Those are too many numbers.
That's too many. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate this movie, Josiah?
I'm actually going to give it an 8.
An 8?
An 8, yep.
You know what? I was going to give it an 8, too.
Were you?
I didn't even tell you that.
No, we didn't.
I literally was going to give this movie an 8, too, because I enjoyed it a lot. I only had a few small problems with it, and that's what kept my rating down lower. But for the type of movie that it is, and for, some of the movies that have come out previously this year, it was a lot of fun and a very, very entertaining movie, and I had a lot of fun with it. So, 8 out of 10 for me.
Definitely. So with that being said,
remember, no matter who you are, no matter what you are, whether you can, bend water or blow air somewhere, I don't know.
Or if you're a cynical reviewer.
That can't make up their mind of what they want, all geeks win.
All geeks win. Thank you for watching,
and
we will see you guys next week.